Okay, well, thank you very much mga kaibigan ko dito po sa Malaysia, mga countrymen ko, mga friends, and of course, dito po sa West Malaysia, sa Kuala Lumpur, and dyan po sa East Malaysia, which is Sabah and Sarawak. Ito po sa Nico Model, once again, nandito po sa programa natin, NikTok, the Real Talk with Nico, and this time around, as always, I will bring you ang mga latest developments na mayroon tayo po tungkol what is happening dyan po sa Pilipinas, particularly the things, hot issues in the Philippines, and that is the ongoing investigation carried out both by the lower house and the upper house of the Philippines. Upper house, it means the Senate, and the lower house, it means the House of Representatives. Yesterday, on Monday, we saw the second session of the hearing of the Blue Ribbon Committee of the Senate, wherein they conducted the second hearing on the flood control management investigation. And today this morning, September 2nd, the House of Representatives or Kamara or the lower house po, no? They jumpstart the investigation carried out by the House of Representatives Committee. They call it TRICOM, the Joint Committee of the House of Representatives on the issue of the flash control project anomalies or investigation. And of course, this time around, yes, I will focus my program for today, NikTok, the Real Talk with Nico, on the investigation po, as well as what's the latest developments about the situation of former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, who is now under the custody of the International Criminal Court dyan po sa The Hague, Netherlands. To start with my topic, I will share with you news for your information, brothers and sisters, fellow countrymen dito po sa Malaysia, and my Malaysian friends, and of course, other Filipinos, especially the overseas Filipino workers outside from the Philippines who are monitoring my program today po, September 2nd, dito po sa NikTok, the Real Talk with Nico. I will inform you that the International Criminal Court has issued a gag order to Vice President Inday Sara Duterte po. No? Yesterday yata yun, because mayroon tayong footage dito, video clip about the interview of Inday Sara Duterte dyan po sa The Hague, wherein she informed the Filipino community after she visited Tatay Digong sa detention center yesterday that she was told by ICC that she was asked not to divulge the details of the conversation when she and the siblings of Tatay Digong po every time they go and visit Tatay Digong dyan po sa detention center. Mayroon tayo dito ang detalles regarding this gag order coming from the International Criminal Court, which was issued to Inday Sara Duterte po. And before giving you the video clip po of the interview of Inday Sara Duterte, wherein she announced this gag order, I would like to share with you a news coming from the Philippine Star. It is a legit mainstream media po dyan sa Pilipinas. The title of the news article is ICC reminds VP Sara she can share details of visit to dead Rodrigo. And nandito po ang detalles, the details of this story. Vice President Sara Duterte can no longer publicly share what her father tells her during her brief visit to his detention facility in The Hague. She said Monday, September 1, as visitors have been restricted to confirming only that he is still alive. Ibig sabihin po, pwede lang magsalita or mag-inform si Inday Sara Duterte after visiting sa tatay niya po or mga kapatid niya po after visiting Duterte or the father. When they meet the Filipino community outside, the only thing that they can say is, Tatay Digong is still alive. In past months, the Vice President has taken on the role of spokesperson for former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, regularly using her visit to relay her father's messages to their family's supporters and share updates on his life in detention. But this time around po, wala na po. I hope our fellow countrymen, mga supporters ni Tatay Digong po, you will understand po if Inday Sara Duterte hindi na pwede po mag-divulge ano ang mga istorya or informations or the topics they discussed during the visitation. She often shared this during rallies with the overseas Filipino workers who continue to form a key base of support for the Duterte family. On Monday, after visiting the elder Duterte, the Vice President said that the detention facilities authorities had reminded her about their policy against disclosing messages from detainees. The detention unit reminded us that there are conditions for visits that must be followed. So, from now on, we are not allowed to tell what happened inside, what was discussed inside, sabi ni Inday Sara Duterte. The restriction limits the Duterte scheme to the most basic update. I can only say na President Duterte is alive. Yan lang po. Hanggang doon lang po. Kasi bawal po magbigay ng mga informasyon na pinag-usapan sa loob, Sara Duterte said. So, in Tagalog, in English, let me translate it. That's all up to that point only because we are not allowed to give information about what was disclosed inside. The reminder to limit what is shared about their visit comes as Rodrigo Duterte is set to face his confirmation of charges hearing on September 23rd, where ICC judges will determine whether there is enough evidence to proceed to trial. The family's public messaging around the elder Duterte's detention have previously drawn scrutiny from ICC prosecutors. In June, when the elder Duterte's lawyer sought his temporary release, ICC prosecutors cited statements by his relatives, including the Vice President, claiming he had been kidnapped by court as evidence he might flee if freed. As about the family attendance at the September 23 hearing, Duterte said they are still finalizing agreements or arrangement rather. We are still arranging our schedule, so we don't know yet who will be able to come on September 23rd for the confirmation of charges, Inday Sara Duterte said in Filipino during the interview. The elder Duterte was arrested and surrendered to the ICC after the court found reasonable grounds to believe he was responsible for murder as a crime against humanity. The charges stem from his administration war on drugs during his time as president and earlier as Davao City Mayor, which left thousands dead reportedly. So yun po ang latest developments na meron tayo tungkol kay former president, very known to many Filipinos, and not only to Filipinos but also to Malaysian as Tatay Digong and other foreign friends of the Dutertes. At this time around, please welcome and please allow me to share with you ang footage po ni VP Sara or Inday Sara Duterte when she was interviewed by no less than Tony Harry Roque after visiting Tatay Digong yesterday po September 1st dyan po sa detention center sa The Hague. Let's listen to this po video clip. I will be sharing you a few of the video clips which I have recorded so that you will have an idea of what is happening dyan po sa visitation of Inday Sara Duterte or Vice President Inday Sara Duterte sa tatay niya, si Tatay Digong. Please listen to this. Hold on, ha?
I-remind kami na detention unit na merong kailangan sundin na mga kondisyon sa presinto. So, from now on, tawan, kwento, ay mga nangyari sa loob, madami yung mga pinag-usapan sa loob. I can only say na, yeah, President Duterte is still alive. Yun lang po ang magandang lang po. Kasi, okay po, magbigay ng mga information din sa kasama. You're the one who owns the stroller. Ha? Ikaw? Ay, ikaw! Meron ka palang mas maliit. Nakapasilan. So, but even at his scale, we're not allowed to give out. Anyway, maybe when you be here during the hearing, ayos pa namin yung schedule namin. Hindi pa namin alam kung sino yung makakarating sa September para sa pagkakaroon charges. But I merong relative na darating sigurado yun kasi kailangan talaga na merong, sabi ko sa kanila, kailangan talaga na merong sa kanya whenever allowed ng detention. Nagkaroon po yung mga taga-Japan sa nagkakaling sa Oo, nag-confirm naman na kami sa mga organizers sa Japan, led by Sir Kirby. September 20 sila sa Tokyo and then September 21 sila sa Nagoya. So, weekend na yun, Saturday, Sunday, merong Filipino community gathering sa Japan. And I understand, meron din dito sa The Hague. And likely, marami din sa loob ng another day po, nagtuloy na yung pagdinig ng flood control program.
Okay, yun po. Narinig natin po ang segment ni VP Inday Sara Duterte when she was asked by Attorney Harry Roque dyan po sa outside sa detention center sa The Hague po na kumusta si Tatay Digong, and ang reply ni Inday Sara Duterte o Vice President Inday Sara Duterte, the only thing that she can say is he is still alive. Yon po ang gag order ng ICC po. Is it only for now kasi darating na ang September 23 or it will be lifted after September 23 po? September 23 yung hearing of charges of Tatay Digong po. And kung may probable cause, then the hearing the trial will continue. Kung wala po, then let's hope that he will be returned back to the Philippines. Kaya nga, importante ito po sa September 23rd. May mga program na po for September 23rd dyan sa The Hague. I was made to understand and it was announced by Inday Sara Duterte na mayroon din ang mga schedule activities po dyan po sa The Hague, and it will be done on September 20 and 21 po. And hanggang 23 yata, no? But there will be also a gathering of overseas Filipino workers dyan po sa Japan on 20 and 21 po, of which Inday Sara Duterte is scheduled, confirmed to attend po. And after that, maybe she will be flying from Japan to The Hague to be with with their father dyan po sa September 23 appointment hearing of charges of Tatay Digong. Alright? Another video clip that I would like to share with you po, about Inday Sara Duterte is tungkol when she was asked comments regarding itong ongoing investigation of flood control projects dyan po sa Pilipinas. And let's hear ano ang reply or statement ni Inday Sara Duterte. Nandito po. Let's listen to this.
Sabi ko nga, lagi, ulit at ulit, administration. Alam naman na natin yung problema na corruption sa flood control. Hindi lang sa administrasyon na ito, sa mga lahat ng mga dumaan na administrasyon, hindi lang sa administrasyon ni Pangulong Duterte. Alam na natin yan lahat. Yung mayor ako 2010, meron na issue ng flood control corruption. And worse, mas worse now sa atin ngayon dahil sinasabi ko nga, hindi lang naman flood control projects yung merong corruptions. As early as 2024, noong nag-resign ako sa Department of Education, matagal ko pinag-isipan yun magre-resign pa ako at sasabihin ko pa kung ano yung mga experiences ko as a secretary ng Department of Education. Nag-decide ako na magsalita talaga. Bakit? Sabi ko nga, pinatouch yung pinaghati-hatian ng members of the House of Representatives SPP's Completed Program Budget ng Department of Education. At hindi lang yun, pinatouch pati ng listahan doon sa House version ng GAN. Pero, and alam yun ni President Marcos, BBM, alam niya yun, kasi tinake up din yun during a meeting in Malacanang. Pero, he looked the other way. So, nagtaka bakit bigla ngayon ay meron silang palabas naman ang investigation projects. Sabi sabihin, meron na naman siguro silang niluluto behind the scenes na syempre hindi natin nakikita dahil lahat tayo nakatutok sa flood control corruption. Seryoso lang talaga ako. Tapos na yan, isang araw lang. Matuturo yan lahat na may katuluan ng corruption sa budget. Kaya, well, as you can see, parang nanonood tayo ng Venezuela.
Alright, yun po, narinig natin si Inday Sara Duterte, ang reaction niya tungkol sa ongoing investigation. And sabi niya, this is not something new to her. Noon pa itong mga problema po, and not only ngayon lang. Si President Bongbong Marcos really looked into it or took action po. And finally, isa pang video clip tayo kay Inday Sara Duterte, Vice President Inday Sara Duterte, and this time around about her trip to Bicol yata yun, no? Sa Bicol kasi may big occasion po dyan po sa Bicol. Don't know if she will also be meeting ang mayor ng Naga ba yun? Si former Vice President Leni Robredo. Let's listen to this brief video clip that I have prepared for all of you po. Nandito po. Tapos ito, then let's go to the investigation ng House of Representatives po kanina. Nandito po. Let's begin. Alright, yun, narinig natin si Inday, Vice President Inday Sara Duterte. And okay, let's go to what happened today. Very significant day na naman ito today sa mga Filipinos po. Dahil nag-umpisa na po ang investigation carried out by the TRICOM ng House of Representatives on the very controversial hot issue sa Pilipinas po about the flood control management program or projects po. Anomalous projects po. May ghost project, mayroon substandard, mayroon uncompleted yet paid, involvement of lawmakers, congressmen allegedly in cahoots with officials coming from the Department of Public Works and Highways, allegedly some abuse of power, and some shortcomings coming from other government agencies like the Commission on Audit, no? Commission on Audit. District engineers involved heavily in this anomalous awarding of projects po, no? Which it was exposed no other than the President of the Philippines, si President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. Last month po. And yeah, I would like to share with you po itong some video clips para sa inyo po, so at least you will know what is happening talaga po dyan sa Pilipinas about this very, very sabihin natin controversial issue. Very controversial issue po. Alright? Alright. First thing first, I would like to share with you itong news article coming from GMA. GMA Network po. GMA Network. Saka, I would like to shout out muna po si Marvin De Guzman, who is watching itong program natin po. NikTok na Real Talk with Nico. Si Marvin, I don't know. Are you in Sabah or in the Philippines? But anyway, good afternoon to you. Good evening to you po. And thank you for watching itong program natin po, NikTok na Real Talk with Nico. Likewise, I would like to share. Shout out din po kay Michael Fabian from Kuala Lumpur, who is watching this NikTok, the Real Talk with Nico program today po. Likewise with Merino Pentojo and other friends natin po which hindi na tayo pwede mag-scroll ang mga pangalan nila po, no? I won't be able to read 1,000 apology, but anyway, thank you very much for watching, and this program is meant for all of you po, no? Especially mga kababayan ko, mga Filipinos po dito sa Malaysia, so that through this program, you will be able to be updated on what is happening dyan po sa Pilipinas, especially yung mga issues na importante. Alright, let me share you this news article po coming from the GMA, and the heading of this news article is House Joint Panel requires members to disclose contractor links. Alright, nandito po. The House Joint Committee on Public Accounts. Tatlo yun sila po. Public Accounts, Public Works and Highways and Good Government, and Public Accountability. adopted a motion mandating House members to disclose the links to contractors of flood control projects if there are any. Yan po, nakumpisa sila kanina. Medyo bumpy ang introduction ng TRICOM committee kanina po. And there was a motion passed asking that itong mga members who got links with the contractors, they have to declare it po. And once they declare it, then they can inhibit themselves from this investigation po. Kasi mahirap na po, no? It has been proven that there are some congressmen, not all po, not all, but several congressmen are in cahoots with the contractors po of this flood control projects, no? Since 2022 hanggang 2025 po, which are worth billions of money po. And the problem is, some of the projects are not completed or substandard, fully paid, but ghost projects, nothing has been done. You cannot see the project, but fully paid. No? Fully paid already po. So, yun ang problema po. Alright, let's continue with this news article. The House joint panels unanimously adopted the motion put forward by Akbayan, the party list Representative Chel Diokno, which aims to preserve the integrity of its probe on the alleged substandard and ghost flood control initiatives. Sabi ni Diokno, I believe we need to assure public that this investigation will not be a whitewash and that no members of three committees conducting this investigation have a conflict of interest. And he added, I therefore move, Mr. Chairman, that before we proceed any further with this joint hearing, all the members of the committees on public accounts, public works and highways, and good government and public accountability make a full disclosure of their financial, business, or pecuniary interests that may be directly or indirectly affected by any investigation into the government's past or present flood control projects. So move, Mr. Chairman. Diokno, a human rights lawyer, added. Diokno's move was backed by Las Piñas Representative Mark Santos, saying it was no prejudgment, but ensuring that the House will act accordingly given its oversight powers. This is not to cast doubts on anyone's integrity, but rather protect impartiality of the committee and avoid perceptions of bias. Our duty is to ensure that the decisions are made solely on the merits of the issues before us, free from any conflict of interest, Santos added. House Public Accounts Panel Chairman and the Bicol Saro Party List Representative Terry Ridon, for his part, said that the House members will make the needed disclosure, if there is any, in a written declaration that there is no conflict of interest of any member relating to the subject of the House Flood Control Inquiry, which will be submitted to your respective committees within 5 working days. So, yun po ang decision. There were only 3 of the 15 contractors which got the lion's share of over 500 billion pesos worth of flood control projects, as named by President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos, who showed up during the House Tuesday probe. Out of the 15 po, tatlo lang po contractors attended the investigation, first day of investigation today po. Likewise, former Secretary Manuel Bonoan of the Department of Public Works and Highways, or DPWH, also showed up before the House probe. Bonoan recently resigned from his cabinet post, and amid massive flooding in the Metro Manila and flood control project mess, and the president said he accepted Bonoan's resignation due to command responsibility. Ang bagong Department of Public Works and Highways Secretary na po ay si Secretary Vince Dizon. Secretary Vince Dizon. Alright po, mayroon tayo dito mga footages po, and yeah, let me share you ang footage which I have prepared. Ito si Representative Toby Tiangco po, no? Toby Tiangco, wherein ano ba ito? He was supporting the suggestion of another representative, si Congressman Erice, about inviting some congressmen, especially itong former appropriation committee chairman ng Kongreso, si Representative Saldico, and also sa Senado side, si Senator Grace po. Nandito po, paano ba ito? Siguro, umpisa muna tayo po kay Representative Enrique, ang motion na po, ang suggestion niya po to invite. Let's listen first to Representative o Congressman Enrique. Nandito po, sandali. Okay? Sandali po. Alright. At least you will have a clear picture. Nandito po. Let's watch and listen to this video.
Clear up things, clarify matters, to invite Chairman of the Appropriations as Congressman 19 Congress and the Chairman of the Committee and Congressman Saldico and former Senator Basmo to move such thing. You know, last August 4, I delivered a privilege speech questioning the, I think, Mangel Beyond Recognition 2025 budget. And I was very specific on the automatic appropriations. Almost ang daming ginalaw. So hindi lang yung program appropriation, new general appropriations ang ginalaw pa yung program. In fact, towards my ending statement, I have said the 2025 budget is the most corrupt budget ever passed in the history of Congress. Sinabi ko yan. You know what? Nung araw sa time namin, pag may nag-mention sa previous budget, yung former chairman, tatayo agad yan. The plenary. Magsasalita, question of privilege, individual and collective privilege, i-explain kung anong nangyari. Mr. Chairman, August 4 ako nagsabi, 2025 budget is the most corrupt budget. Hanggang ngayon, wala akong narinig na denial man lang the previous chairman o sa previous members ng committee. Does this mean na hindi nila kaya i-dispute yung sinabi ko na 2025 budget is the most corrupt budget ever passed in the history of Congress? So I second that motion, Mr. Chairman. I am objecting on the motion. I am objecting on the motion. Chairman, I would like to know the reason why, because I would like to find out if we're going to invite them here, are they the source speakers or they are members of the House of Senate? Are we going to ask them questions? Are they going to answer it? I'd like to find out. Ako ang isang congressman, sabi nyo kanina kahit sino masagasahan, wala tayong sasantuhin, kahit congressman, kahit senador. Kung ang congressman hindi pwede maging resource person at hindi natin pwede ipatestify under oath, at ibig sabihin sa usapang to, accepted ang congressman. So, paano tayo mag-imbestiga? Paano tayo? Number one. Number two, the chair. Here is the USB. Kaya sabi, paano nagkaroon ng isa? Under the name of Congressman Saldico, ang insertion sa FICAM as proponent is 13 billion 1,803,693,000. And we do not want to invite you as a source person.
Mr. Chair, sorry.
Comsec, can you show this? Para lang.
Yeah. Mr. Chair, with due courtesy.
Wait, I have the floor.
Yeah,
I have the floor.
Yeah,
I have the floor.
No, Mr.
I
Chair.
have the floor.
Just to, on
I have the floor.
On the record, Mr.
I
Chair.
have the floor.
You did not refuse to
I have the floor. Suspend. Motion to suspend.
Mr.
Okay, nag-suspend na sandali po ang session dahil si Congresswoman Garin wanted to say something, and si Congressman Toby Tiangco refuses to give in po, no? Kasi he was saying, I had the floor. Sa kanya pa yun po ang floor. But anyway, na gano'n yan po ang medyo na mainit ang discussion po. And finally, they managed to calm down and continue ang session po. Ang session. Maganda po, mainit, maganda, and very interesting to hear. Marami po mga sabihin natin mga questions asked by the congressman sa mga tatlong contractors, mga resource person coming from the Department of Public Works and Highways, and also from the COA. And also ito mga questionable district engineer, particularly si district engineer Henry Alcantara po, which she admitted that there was some failure on his part because he don't go do physical inspections po, no? Physical inspections sa mga project. Especially itong mga projects identified na ghost project po, zero talaga, no work done, but he signed na completed, and he signed for the release of the payment of these projects po. And he admitted na may kasalanan siya po dyan po. Sabi niya, nag-trust lang daw siya sa mga tao niya who goes out sa field and then submit to his report, to him the report po, and he signs for the release of the payment po. He don't have time to go out to the field and do the physical inspection, but he got time to go to the casino. Yun po, some of the congressmen were questioning. He goes into the office, reports to the office at 10-something, 9 to 10-something, and leaves the office 2 o'clock and sometimes 4:30 po to go to the casino po. Ayun po, violation din yan po. But he is already suspended, and some congressmen are calling for him, for this district engineer, Harry Alcantara, to file a case against him already po, no? Criminal cases against him. Huwag na magtagal po kasi nandyan na lahat mga ebidensya. Lahat ebidensya. Okay, let me share you again another footage po. And this time around about si Congressman Toby Tiangco. Itong news natin po, narinig natin ang mayor ng Baguio City, si Mayor Benji Magalong. Since last month ito po, ang whistleblower po, sabi niya, is more than willing to attend the hearing if invited. Pero hanggang ngayon po, apparently, the Congress, House of Representatives, did not issue him an invitation to attend the hearing. Attend the hearing today or even the next hearing po. Wala po. Kaya nga, sabi ni Congressman Toby Tiangco, bakit po? Why don't we invite him? Invite him to attend the hearing. After all, willing naman po si Baguio Mayor Magalong to attend. Bakit we did not invite? Anyway, nandito ang explanation or ang debate ba ito? Tawag natin debate pa din debate ba nila ito po? Sandali na yan. Saan na yun? Hold on ha. 4:59. Andito po. Let's listen. Let's listen to this.
Congressman Chanco, you have the floor. Okay, Mr. Chairman, kanina po pinag-uusapan yung insertion, tinanong po kung ano yung mga natanggal sa 2025 budget at kung ano yung mga naipasok po. Kaya po, pabor sana ako sa motion ni Congressman Erice na imbitahan talaga ang dating former chairman ng Committee on Operations, si Congressman Saldico, dahil kahit sa small committee, wala pong naibigay na report. No? And for the record, under Congressman Saldico as proponent, ang insertion sa BICAM is 13,803,693,000. No? Under Apo Bicol, it's 2,295,000,000. And under BHW party list, it's 2,064,000,000 pesos. Ang point ko lang po dito, Mr. Chairman, is mas malaki pa po ito sa mga, even yung 2 billion, mas malaki po ito sa NEP ng ibang banda. So bakit kailangan tumaan sa party list ang mga proyekto para sa distrito? Bakit hindi po pinababa sa distrito directly? At ang makakasakit ng po yan ay si Congressman Saldico. Okay, next. Anyway, pangalawa po, nakita ko po yung listahan ng invited resource persons. Hindi po ba natin inimbitahan si Mayor Benji Magalong? Not for this hearing, Your Honor. Pero iimbitahan po ba siya sa susunod na pagdinig? At the future hearing, it's the next hearing. We have to discuss it. Because nandito po kanina si Bante, siya po yung nagsabi na huwag naman akusahan yung house at pangalanan kung sino yung tinutukoy. At pumayag naman po si Mayor Magalong na tukuyin pag siya ay inimbitahan ng house kung sino yung tinutukoy niya na pinakamalaki ang nakukuha na 20%. So ang tanong ko po, bakit pa po hindi imbitahan kaagad ng committee para malaman na po natin kung sino yung tinutukoy niya, Mr. Chair? I think we have a commitment that we will invite him. But the commitment is not on the next hearing. Kasi marami po tayo pag-usapan. In fact, gusto natin isa-isa yung mga SIMS construction, hindi yung nagpakita. St. Timothy, hindi yung nagpakita. Ito yung alam ng mga tao na gusto malaman yung katotohanan. So, sabihin, we are united with Mayor Magalong on his commitment against corruption. For him to name the 67 lawmakers, no question. But he will be required in this committee to do it on their own. State 67 lawmakers who are contractors first. Second, lawmakers who are allegedly receiving 30 to 40% kickback. That will come in due time. That is the commitment of this committee. Kasi sa sinasabi niya, ang pinakamalaking nakukuha ay yung Committee on Appropriation. So hindi pa po mas mabuting i-address na po natin. Kasi nandiyan po si Congressman Abante, nadinig ko po yung interview niyo. Sabi niyo po, dapat pangalanan po ni Mayor Magalong. So ayaw niyo bang mag-present ng motion na imbitahan na siya kaagad para pangalanan na rin po niya. At sinabi naman po niya na willing naman po siyang imbitahan. Congressman Abante, you're being asked. Should I make the motion now? Better, Mr. Chair, to show na talagang seryoso tayong imbitahan siya. Just Mr. Chair, for speaking, I have one question lang po to Congressman Chanco. Is this part of your interpellation or what is this? Okay. Alright, part of my 5 minutes, Mr. Chair. Alright. And after this, I will have no further questions because this will be my basis of seeing if talagang may pupuntahan ng committee na to o wala. Kung ayaw natin imbitahan si Mayor Magalong sa agarang panahon, magkakaproblema tayo sa credibility niya. But I think we have to state for the record as well that in many public forums, Mayor Magalong has labeled the committee as merely a moro-moro committee. So I think the public should look at that as well. sinabi niya, kahit tinawag niyang moro-moro, sinabi naman niya na willing siya pag umarap, di ba? Eh, tingnan natin kung maharap siya pag inibitahan natin. Right?
Yan po ang suggestion, motion ni Congressman Tommy Gianco po. And he made it. He said, no, I will not be asking any more questions. So he left after that thing, no? After bringing up that issue kanina po. He left the session and sabi niya, may doubt na ang credibility if we are not going to invite si Baguio Mayor, si Mayor Benji Magalong. Ano naman ang observation or ang reaction ni Congressman Abante? Nandito po, very briefly lang po, no? Nandito po ang reaction ni Congressman Abante, Pastor Abante po, Congressman Pastor Abante on the issue. Let's listen to this one.
There's no problem making a motion, but as you made a promise to me, Mr. Chair, that one day Mayor Magalo will be invited, why don't we just finish the hearing right now? We still have a lot of contractors that are waiting to be investigated, to be interpolated. So why don't we wait? Why don't we finish this first before anything else? Bakit natin ginugulo itong hearing na ito samantalang marami naman naghihintay dyan ng mga contractors na very much willing to be interpolated? Right. Thank you for your response, Congressman Chaco, please. No further questions. Thank you, Congressman Chaco.
Alright, yun po. Yun ang reaction ni Congressman Abante. Alright, okay, ano po mga news natin meron dito? Let's see po. Ano ito? Ano ba ito? Senate can refuse page a budget. Alright, hindi na masyadong, I will give you more details regarding flood control, investigation, flood control, contractors, watch, okay, ICC remind DBA can probe itself, says Dizon. Alright, ito nga, latest developments coming from the newly appointed Department of Public Works and Highway Secretary from Transportation. Now, Secretary Vince Dizon is the newly appointed Department of Public Works and Highways. And itong first statement niya or message niya po or news po released sa publiko. The Department of Public Works and Highways or DPWH cannot investigate the alleged corruption within its own ranks. Newly installed agency secretary Vince Dizon said Tuesday, September 2nd. Before being replaced as the Department of Public Works and Highway Secretary, Manuel Bonoan claimed that there was an internal investigation within the agency called the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Committee. The day after this was announced, Bonoan was replaced by Dizon. Facing the media, Dizon said that he would leave the investigation to the independent commission that the President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. was forming. I do not believe that an organization should be able to probe itself. I don't think that is right, sabi ni Dizon. The new Department of Public Works and Highway Secretary said that he respected the President's wisdom and dismantled the committee formed by former Secretary Bonoan. Dizon gave some credit to his predecessor, saying that the DPWH did not know that an independent commission was about to be formed to probe the agency. Every piece of information that the DPWH has so far gathered will be turned over to the independent commission. He remained among the possible members of the commission with names such as Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong and former Philippine National Police Nicolas Torre being mentioned. Itong independent investigative or investigating committee po. Para sa akin po, mas maganda po, this will be headed by City Mayor, Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong, and para sa akin, I don't agree. It will be spearheaded by former Philippine National Police Chief Nicolas Torre. Nicolas Torre po. Mag-bias tayo dyan kay Nicolas Torre. However, the son said he would welcome Magalong's appointment if he was chosen for the commission. Marcos' preliminary findings into anomalous fraud projects have triggered widespread controversies. After publishing all of the past and present flood control projects on the internet, lawmakers, media, and other civil actors are finding signs of corruption. Many are pointing to possible systematic corruption and conspiracy within the public works and highways. Yan po, no? Imposible talaga po, imposible. For me, this what is happening dyan po sa flood control projects po, no? Since 2022 hanggang 2025 po, this is a syndicated work po, no? A syndicated work participated by the contractors. For me, I believe some congressmen, lawmakers, top officials or engineers also of the Department of Public Works and Highways and other government agencies po. Government agencies po. Kasi hindi pwede po isang tao lang yan po. Hindi pwede, I don't believe that, we are talking about billions of pesos, billions of pesos. I don't believe po na it can be done by only one person or a district engineer will be able to do that po. I don't think so po. And this has been there for 3 years na po, no? Luckily, President Bongbong Marcos exposed this thing po. And although it's late, but better late than never. Better late than never. I will continue to monitor itong what is happening dyan po sa Pilipinas, especially dyan po sa controversial issue ng flood control projects and other corruption or abuse of powers po by politicians, government officials po, and the private sector. Kasi kawawa naman ang mga tao po. Kaya nga, if our taxes falls in the wrong hand, kawawa ang mga tao po. Kawawa tayo, mga taxpayers po. We have been paying our taxes po, but only to find out that ang mga pera natin, ang taxes natin, goes to the wrong people, wrong person po, and they pocket it, buy luxurious cars, the children enjoying life abroad with a dinner or lunch worth 700 something pesos, and having a good life, while tayo po mga Filipinos, especially itong mga overseas Filipino workers, we are sacrificing ourselves away from our beloved loved ones dyan po sa Pilipinas, all for the sake of trying to give a better future for our loved ones and better comfort ang mga loved ones natin sa Pilipinas, and help the country via our weekly, monthly, or yearly remittances po. Overseas Filipino workers has been contributing heavily dyan po sa economy ng mga Filipinas through our remittances. And see what is happening now. Ganito po. Pwede ba, mga taxpayers, can we now say, Mr. President or the government, because of all these things now by the billions, can you exempt us for 1 year also not to pay our taxes? See? I don't think so that will be possible po, no? Pero that's one way of saying that, hindi, tama po. We want to make sure, we want to make sure that those people involved in this anomalous, very greedy, unhealthy, greedy, ano pa po, I don't know what the best word to use sa mga tao na ito po, no? Involved sa corruption natin po. No? We want to see them behind bars as soon as possible po. No? Imagine a district engineer playing in casino. In fact, the mere fact that they go inside the casino po is already barred. No? They are not allowed to go inside the casino if you are government servant dyan po sa Pilipinas. Yet, they still manage to go and play and spend millions of pesos. Hindi yun po sa kanila po. Pera natin yun po. So, put them to behind bars. No? Plunder yun po. No? No bail yun po. Yun na po ang sigaw namin ngayon. Para this will be convinced po. And we are not convinced, kaya mga Filipino dito sa Sabah, we are not convinced na when the President said he's not only disappointed, but he's angry. No? We are not convinced that he's serious when he said that. The only way that we will be convinced that he's serious in trying to solve this or address this problem that has been sabihin natin, affecting the lives of the Filipinos, especially the poor. If we will see criminal charges are filed against these people, be it mayaman na sila or hindi, and then all their properties, get it back, get it back po, confiscate, mga pera nila, mga expensive cars nila or whatever properties they have, because this is they get it, they attain it out of the sweat of the taxpayers po, Filipino taxpayers. So that's it. Siguro tayo Tuesday ngayon, start of a working week, dahan-dahan lang tayo po. But anyway, dito po si Nico will continue to monitor the activities, mga updates dyan po sa Pilipinas, and I'll make sure that mga kababayan ko dito po sa Malaysia, especially dyan po sa Sabah, I will make sure that you will be properly informed on a daily basis dito po sa programa natin, NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. All I am asking from you is support itong programa natin po, itong NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. Subscribe, like it, and the rest I will do my part po para you will be properly updated on what is happening sa Pilipinas. So with this, once again, si Nico Fabian would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day today. Malaysia, Sabah, the Philippines, God bless us all, and thank you very much. I'll see you in my next episode. Bye, and I love you.